Well, the general election is coming up, folks. November 5th is barreling at us like a freight train, and there is so much on the line. If you're pro-gun, if you're pro-Second Amendment, if you're pro-family, pro-life, pro-closed borders, pro not having your vote get watered down by criminal aliens, if you're pro-conservative America, you're going to want to watch this video. I am Chris Dorr. I'm the director here for Pennsylvania Firearms Association, and in this short video, I'm going to try to keep it short, we're going to talk about your district, House District 16, right there in Beaver County, where Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia all come together. This is one of the most important districts in the entire state of Pennsylvania in this election cycle, because whichever party wins this, the Democrats or the Republicans, that party is likely going to be the party that controls the Pennsylvania House of Representatives. And it's no secret the Democrats have controlled the House for the last couple of years. They've passed some major gun control bills through the House. They've been stopped by the Republican majority in the Senate. They want to come back. They want to increase their numbers. But one of the first things they need to do is make sure they protect all of their incumbents. And that's why the first person we're going to jump into here is Rob Matzie, the Democrat incumbent. After we're done with him, we're going to switch over and talk about Michael Perich, the Republican, and then give you guys some pointers on what you guys can do with this information. So let's talk about Rob Matzie first. He is the Democrat incumbent, like we said. So I'm going to put a little I right there next to his name so you guys know that he's the incumbent in this race. And first and foremost, I'm going to change pencil colors here to red because we've got some bad information about Rob Matzie for you. The first question right out of the gate, is he pro Second Amendment? Folks, I can answer that one conclusively. He is absolutely not pro Second Amendment. And the reason why I can say that with authority is because he has the voting record to prove that. He has voted for red flag gun confiscation. Earns him another X right there. Red flag gun confiscation is the destruction of due process rights for gun owners. What this does is it allows anybody to petition a judge to have your gun rights taken away from you without you ever being charged, tried, or convicted of a crime. In fact, at the hearings, which you're not even allowed to be at, they can present the fact that you just bought a firearm as a reason why the judge should take that firearm away. Rob Matzie voted for this. He voted literally so that if you exercise your right, that's justification to take your right away. That's why he's not pro Second Amendment. He voted for red flag gun confiscation. He also voted for universal gun registration. This bill outlaws the private sale of firearms and gives the state the ability to track, trace, and register gun owners like we're some kind of sex offender. So he gets another big red X for voting for that. Again, we're talking about Democrat incumbent Rob Matzie, and these are actual votes that he cast. Universal gun registration is the cornerstone, the foundation for statewide gun confiscation. It allows the state to know who owns what guns. And if you're sitting there saying to yourself, oh, that's extreme. No, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris have both said this. Beto O'Rourke said it on the national debate stage back when the Democrats used to hold primaries to select the Democrat nominee. He said it right from the debate stage, and he said, hell yes, we're going to take your guns. And he said it right. He said it right there. Universal gun registration is what they need in order to enact statewide gun confiscation. And Rob Matzie voted for it right on the House floor. I was there. He also wants to ban AR-15s. I mean, this is America's rifle. It's the rifle that many people own to defend themselves from tyranny. But Rob Matzie is way worse than that. He wants to outlaw Ruger 1022s, Marlin Model 60s, Remington 1187 12-gauge shotguns. He wants a total ban on semi-automatic firearms. Folks, you don't have good intentions if that's what you want to do to the populace. Disarming the populace makes them slaves. It does not make them safer, because no criminal, no violent criminal will ever follow these laws. Criminals, violent criminals, killers, they get their hands on the tools they want in order to carry out their evil deeds because of the evil in their hearts. They don't care about any more laws, but Rob Matzie doesn't care about that. That's why he supports banning semi-automatic firearms. He also wants to pass mandatory gun lockups. They call them safe storage laws, but Kamala Harris just came out a couple of weeks ago. We saw a video of her where she said that the purpose of safe storage laws is so that, and it's built right into the legislation that Rob Matzie wants to pass. It gives the state the ability to invade your home. Or how did she say it? It gives us the ability to invade the sanctity of your home and make sure you are storing your firearms in a way that's proper. Okay, that earns Rob Matzie another red X, because it's really rich. It's really rich for Rob Matzie to be talking about doing that to people like you and me. Again, criminals won't follow this law, but he wants to do this to you and me. Meanwhile, his party is the party that left billions of dollars worth of real firearms on the streets of Afghanistan and sold fully automatic machine guns to the Mexican drug cartels that were then used to murder American citizens and American Border Patrol agents. That's what Rob Matzie wants right here in Pennsylvania with his mandatory gun lockups. And we say absolutely no thank you to government gun inspections. That's a total violation of your constitutional right to be free in your person from unreasonable searches and seizures. That's what Rob Matzie wants to pass, and we say absolutely no to that. So all of these things conclusively, collectively, this one, all point to the exact same thing. He's absolutely opposed to your Second Amendment freedoms. So you know what? We're going to give him a rating here right on the fly. We're going to give him a great big F. Okay? He has earned every little bit of this. Rob Matzie scored an F when it comes to defending your civil right of human self-defense. So I'm going to switch over to my green pencil here. Boom. And let's talk about this guy, Michael Perich. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Michael Perich. We don't have a voting record on him, so I can't sit here and say conclusively where he would be on all of these things. What we can do is say that he's verbally opposed all of these. Okay, so that's good. And listen to this quote. We found this just a little bit ago. He said, people around here, he's talking about Beaver County, people around here aren't ashamed of American values. They understand the importance of the Second Amendment, and they know that our traditions of patriotism and service still matter, he said. I'll take Beaver County values with me to Harrisburg. Folks, that is a total blanket endorsement of the Second Amendment. And I would say it's also a total rejection of that agenda that Rob Matzie stands for. Listen to that. The people of Beaver County understand the importance of the Second Amendment, and they know that our traditions of patriotism and service still matter. Folks, I can tell you one thing, Rob Matzie isn't talking like that at the Capitol building in Harrisburg. I've seen him stalking the halls up there, and it's absolutely preposterous that he thinks parts of Beaver County are accurately represented with that kind of a voting record. So I guess let's switch over to now a couple of things that you guys can do. Number one, if you see this guy, Michael Perich, on the campaign trail, thank him for not backing down. Thank him for his public statements in endorsing the Second Amendment. If you see this guy, Rob Matzie, okay, if you see him on the campaign trail, tell him that this kind of crap doesn't work here in Beaver County, Pennsylvania. All right. Tell him that kind of stuff is more appropriately sponsored in 1940s Germany, Japan, Italy, that kind of stuff. Maybe go over to England and see if you can try to peddle that crap here. This is Pennsylvania, okay? The birthplace of freedom. I tried to marry Pennsylvania and freedom into the same word, freedom. This is Pennsylvania, the birthplace of freedom. That kind of tyranny just doesn't fly, okay? So that's where these two candidates are when it comes to your Second Amendment rights, folks. There is a lot on the line. Like I said, I hope you will take this information and share it with all of your pro-gun friends, your family, your church members, your loved ones, your neighbors. So much is on the line in these elections. Growing up, I always heard, oh, this is the most important election of my lifetime. Folks, I don't know how many more opportunities we have to try to right this ship in the direction that it's going. There is a lot on the line in these elections, and the Democrats, people like Rob Matzie, they've kind of strayed away from the classic liberalism to radical activism for an agenda that does not seem American. It seems more in line with 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s Russia than it does anything else. So share this video with everybody you know. And then on November 5th, round them all up, head down to those polls, and vote pro-gun.